All right. Welcome to our next Thursday. We have Shawnee on. We're waiting for Stanya and Dominica supposed to be joining us in a few minutes. But we're gonna jump right into it.
Hmm.
We have some questions, some intriguing questions that we need to get to ASAP. All right. Here's the first question. Can you see me?
If I could see you,
Yeah.
no, I see ghosts. I could see you.
All right, here's the first question. Is it okay for a man who is 30 plus years old to date a female who is 18 years old? That's the first question.
Hmm.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, for me, it's okay. 18 is an adult. What is the problem?
So it's cool for a man who's 30 plus years to date a female who's 18.
Yeah, we have two categories of people. We got children and we got adults. Okay, children do children things, adults do adult things, and 18 and over is adults. So moving on. That's how I feel about it. I'm not cutting every month, year. I don't have time for that. Either
Hmm.
you're a child or you're an adult, and you act accordingly.
So this whole thing about Brittany Renner dating PJ Washington I mean, but she pretty much groomed him because she used to be going to his games when he was 16, 17, and she was older. You find it perfectly fine. He was underage at the time.
This groom word is used too conveniently. If a woman groomed someone, they would still be right there because you groom. She didn't groom him. I think
Oh,
they
I should
just
say,
had a
see,
thing.
what about, okay, she watched him then. So, okay, switch it. Switch it. If an older guy did the same exact thing,
Mhm.
when like she's 16, 17, but he's going to her games, her volleyball games, watching her, would that be predatory or that would be acceptable? And this
No,
Me
because
Too, in this Me Too movement era, hey, you know what it
it,
is?
it even before Me Too movement, you have two type of people. You have children and you have adults. So
Mm.
16, what 16 is?
16 is the age of consent in the Bahamas.
What is 16? Child or adult?
uh, uh, Legally they consider that an adult.
No, 16 is a child.
If you consent in the sex, I think you. So I'm
16 is
not.
a child.
What I'm saying is, he watched it until she was 18. He didn't do anything to the girl, but he watched it until she was 18. You consider that fine,
No, I don't think older men should be watching girls. I don't think that's appropriate.
right? It's valid. It's warranted when people say that Brittany Renner was little predatory watching PJ Washington from since he was 16, 17.
What was he, 16 or 17 or 18? What was
He was
it? What was
16.
it?
He was 16 and she watched him until he's 18, and then that's when they did that do
What-
19, 18.
she watched him, like, was she watching the game? Because if you watch the
Watching
game,
the
you gotta
game.
watch
She
him.
went to
Yes,
his
watch
game.
the game.
She went to his games.
She she watched the game. You could watch the game. Ain't nothing wrong with watching the game. Like, you can't fault her. And to be honest with you, and this is not to say that going after somebody who's not an adult is not
Mm.
wrong, because it is wrong. But some of these people, especially these younger guys, they be very forward.
So,
They
hold on.
be
So,
the one.
you almost sound you blaming the victim right now. 'Cause I
No,
hear when hold on. I hear
you got
men
me in.
I hear when men say the same thing. When people say the same thing about the younger girls, when these older bus drivers and all these other old guys mess with the younger girls, they tend to say, "Well, she dressed like that. She looked for that. She too forward." You never hear that?
But I don't think that. But when we talk about the natural order of things, like males, they're the leaders and da 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 da. You have some very mature younger guys. Now, I'm not saying it's right. You cannot mix with them. You cannot mix with them. But y'all sitting on the sideline saying he's 17 and she watching him and this and that. I don't know. What could we do? Lock up for watching?
No,
Like,
no, I'm
take
not.
eyes off the socket?
I'm
Like, what
just
could we do
saying,
about
is
it?
there? Are you cool? Is that when a man does it? Is that equally okay And when a
I
woman
don't
does,
think it's legally okay for anybody to watch children. Now, you can't stop her from coming to a game. Was she at a game and he's at the game, and then you just say he watch her?
he watched her to a certain when he get to a certain point, and then she pounced. They have,
Okay.
he when she get
So,
18.
what is she guilty of in your mind?
No, no,
In
no,
your
no, no.
mind?
I'm not saying she's guilty of anything. I'm simply saying,
Is she right for anything?
no, I'm simply saying if a man does the same exact thing, they're ridiculed for it. That's what I'm saying.
I think she was ridiculed too. I had situations with
But for the
her.
most part, just like how you defending, a lot of people defend or come to bat for us.
What did I do to defend her? I said there are two type of people: adult and children. Adults, and everybody have to act accordingly. Now, I'm a realist. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and I'm not going to make something seem more than what it is. Now, you said the lady was in the stand. So what you could put the handcuff on her hand for? For watching a game? She's not
Okay.
guilty for anything.
Okay. All right. All right.
She's not guilty. Now,
All
you
right.
may not like it. I may not like it. She ain't guilty. She going to a basketball game. What could you do with that?
Okay. All right. But I just want people to have the same smoke or same energy when it's said that a guy does it. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on. Let's moving right along. Here's a question for you. If you have a guy who's paying all your bills,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to get up early in the morning no more to work.
Whew.
He paying all your not just some of your bills. He's paying all your bills. He's paying everything, utilities, everything. So if you do go to work, you keep your money.
Right.
Oh no, hold on. This is a question that was sent to me, or I posted. You pay all your bills. He's paying all your bills. You ain't working. You're also in a committed relationship. That's your husband, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And he's been doing this for years. You don't have to sweat, and he do this under the precipice that you're not working, you're home with the kids, or you're doing the housewife thing. And he found out. I don't know how he found out, but he found out that you have a secret bank account
Mm-hmm.
that you were stashing money because you was doing work remotely online.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't know nothing about you having a secret bank account.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you is, and he comes to you and he's upset. He's pissed off. He said, Shawnee, what the deal is, man? All these years I here taking care of you, and you had a secret bank account, and you never even tell me nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Is his anger warranted?
Not necessarily. His concern may be warranted, but anger, no. Um, he has a bank account too. I don't have a secret bank account. I have a personal bank account.
Yeah, but
He
he
has a
didn't know
per-
nothing about it. He didn't even know you was
um,
working.
Oh, he didn't know. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You was doing this for a long time. He spent all the bills. You never once offered to even say, and sometimes sometimes you struggle to pay all the bills because and I know as parents or whatever. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice to say, but you gotta do this, you gotta do that. He's doing that straight through. He's paying for your vacations and doing everything. But all this time, he was working remotely, saving money, stashing it away. You never once offered this man to say, don't worry about this, baby. I got this cable bill.
Okay.
And now he found out years later you had the stash and never once told him about it. You never once told him that he was working. And the lady in the situation said, I don't understand why he's upset.
All
Is
right.
it worth it for him to be upset?
In that scenario, yes. Okay. The first time you told me about it, when you said this person was paying all the bills, in my mind, this person is financially capable to do that, and that was no issue. But the second time you reverted the question and explained it further, it sounds like there was a struggle.
Sometimes.
So if this man is not a baller and cannot afford to pay all of the bills,
He's an average
and
guy.
he is struggling at times to pay, I
Mm-hmm.
do think that he has a right to be upset. I mean, what woman wants to watch her man struggle when she sits up and hides money? I don't understand that logic. I would be deeply hurt if I was him.
All right. See, if you fair, right? You fair. Because she was saying that she don't understand why he's upset. But you fair. All right. Here's another one. And I think we all have done this sometime in our life. More than some people, more than others. Are long distance relationships possible without cheating? I mean,
Ah,
everything is possible, but I'm saying long distance relationships for a long extended amount of time, is it is it possible without cheating, or at least cheating once?
I am hopeful that it is. um,
Hmm. You can be honest.
I could be honest. Like I don't know. There's a energy of celibacy or abstinence, I should say, going around. Like people are not as intimate as they may seem. A lot
Mm.
of people are staying to themselves more. And because of this, I think it's making it easier. I think at one point in time, the generation was hypersexual.
Hold on,
That may still exist.
you don't think we're hypersexual now?
No,
With
I
the
think it's
Megan
a trend.
Stallions and Carly B's and Nicki Minaj and all this stuff you've seen, and you don't think Fi, what is that song? Fi whatever, everybody into the this party move. So you're saying a long distance relationship over an extended amount of time is possible without cheating. Is that what you're saying? Because
In mature adulthood, not young 20 me, no. 30s me, maybe. 40s me, preferred.
yeah,
50s me,
now let's do it.
desire.
Let's do it for 29. If you're person 29, both parties 29, one 35, 35 is long distance relationship for a man and a woman for an extended amount of time, not 2 weeks, not 3 weeks, not a month, but now it may be a
Mhm.
year and a half.
It's possible for me, but I'm not 29. And when I was 29, I don't think it might have been possible. Some people have to gain that sexual maturity, and have to go through those experiences. And until they satisfy those experiences, they're not going to be calm and things ain't settled down yet, you know?
You know,
So,
things still jumping.
hi, like frog. So it had to hold that down. But once you get a little bit more mature, you go through experiences, you start to crave qualities like loyalty, like true love, commitment. You sort of want to sacrifice for these things. So certain things, you ain't as froggy no more. And if you jump, you can't jump too far and wide night. So you might as
Okay,
well sit your butt down.
let's say you have someone who's interested in your city, your town,
Mhm.
your vicinity, a colleague or someone you whatever. Said, hey, Shorty, you look nice. You know, he's interested. He's a nice guy. He's well put together. But you have this guy back in the Bahamas that you're all two supposed to be in a good committed relationship.
Yeah.
Can you see where cheating may occur? Not intentionally, mind you. You have someone in your city who willing to take. You say, "This, you know what? It's Friday night. You just get off your shift. You ain't got nothing to do. It'd be cool. Can we just go down to the local watering hole or to a show? Just say someone you love coming to concert. You ready to pay for the tickets for this concert?
See, that's where maturity comes in. And when we talk about sexual maturity, in my opinion, because, okay, let's say 20-year-old me, that's a good advantage to go out and have some fun. It's
Mm.
like the kid, when you could watch the simplest plot of the movie and she don't know yet that the main character ain't gonna die. And when we become adults, we know we could watch a Disney movie right now and tell you that one ain't dying for sure. Maybe somebody else, the Grammy or the uncle, but that main girl is not dying. I don't care what brick fall on her. All of a sudden, she can get wind back in the chest again and come back to life. We know the plot. So when
Right.
you get that sexual maturity, you know the plot. So 20-year-old me, I want a good time. I'm thinking maybe we could just be cool. He might like me and I'll escape.
You already know he ain't just there for fun.
Right. 30-year-old me, I didn't see me in the bed getting water in my hole. So I am saying, no, I'm not even going there. I'm not even going there.
I hope she's all right. No, okay. All right. So you would stay. You just stay away from that because you already know the a possible outcome.
I stay away. I play like Ray Charles. I play Daft, just smiling nod. I'm not even going there because I know the plot of that movie. I know how that movie gonna end.
Okay, okay. But okay, I can see like that makes sense. You avoid danger, and just shun away. Now you had a topic that you discussed. Give me
Yeah.
give me that topic.
The topic, I shared it with you. I don't know if you
Yeah, I
got a
saw it.
chance to view it. Yeah.
I
So
watched the
there
whole
was,
thing.
huh?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I got the gist of it.
You got a gist of it, yeah. So there was this, I guess, popular Bohemian preacher
Mm.
who was talking about who was talking about, I guess,
Sex.
I don't think it was just sex. People make it to be just sex, but she's talking real things about, how women can be appeasing to men or satisfying men. Let's put it like
Mm.
that.
I hear about piranha.
Yeah, piranha. And she's talking about her piranha, or, and everyone was shocked to the high heavens, criticizing her, and because of this discussion. Should Christian women talk about sex, or should it be forbidden to ever come of their mouth? I know the secular women talk about sex 24/7. I'm trying to figure out, is it taboo for Christian women to talk about sex? When should they talk about sex, or sex should never be spoken from a Christian woman's lips?
Um, personally, I don't. I think. I don't. I think. Hmm. um. I don't think. I don't think. Personally, I don't see nothing wrong with persons who believe in Jesus Christ or Christian discussing adult topics. I think that's probably what's missing from the church. A lot of people don't discuss these real world issues, and people sometimes feel like Christians are out of touch. Now it's you got delivery as well, though. I didn't watch all the thing, but here she's talking about piranhas and Hamo doing and all.
Yeah.
But yeah, but to answer your question, I see nothing wrong with persons who are Christians discussing real world issues and stuff that goes on every day. It's just I think people were up in the rares because one, the delivery and how she came across,
How does
and
she come across?
I didn't watch like I said the priest I watched.
She said she have piranha. She said
Like
she
I was
have a
saying,
piranha.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't get the whole context. See, before I really speak to it, I don't. I just 'cause people could watch a snippet of something and they could change the whole narrative. So I'm being fair to her because I didn't watch the entire interview or whatever she's doing. But based on that small snippet, it appeared that it was kind of inappropriate on how what she was. I guess the delivery of what she was saying. I don't just approve of talking about sexual topics because at the end of the day, it happens. Trying to hide, you can't hide. People cutting grass with juicing every day, and
So
so
she should say, the power was vested in me for the Lord to bless his hands to lay me down on the pastures of the bed. Should she talk like that? Would it be more in her natural state to talk about that? And when he behold me, I bless him. I bless him upon his head. That's how you want to hear a Christian. That's the dialogue that Christian women should have
no.
about sex.
So
What is it?
no. I don't know why she's talking about her vagina. Talking about some piranha. So like what? I'm trying to say what's like what context is it
I
ever?
think I think when I was watching a little piece of it, she was speaking to how some women just have it like that, and not everybody does witchcraft. And
Okay, let's put it like this. I could either say a young black man or I could say a nigger. Or two of them saying the same thing, but one portraying a more like a more. It could be some. It may offend more people. Maybe I'd be saying these niggas or me saying these young men. You see what I'm saying? These young
yeah,
black men. You still saying the same thing, but you don't
yeah,
have to be
so raw.
right.
Okay,
Um,
I can appreciate that.
another topic.
So what did she say? She had a little goldfish.
I just feel that her delivery is off, and
A little,
as
a
an
little finding Nemo. You would have preferred it
orator,
instead
someone
of.
who was to be able to communicate to her, her flock, you have to know. You need to read the room. That's all I'm saying. That's the only
Maybe
thing.
the room is me. Maybe people like me in the room.
Yeah, but how many of you? You may have more persons who don't want to hear that from a Christian, not in that way.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And
Okay.
you might turn off more people than attract more people. Is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another hot topic we were talking about, and we ain't going too deep in it because this can be controversial,
Yeah.
is marital rape.
Oh my gosh.
We ain't going too deep into that. But I'm saying in a committed relationship,
Mm-hmm.
where the husband um, is taking care of the household, paying and whatever, do you think sex is owed in that relationship to someone who is taking care of you, covering you, uh, um, making sure the kids are fed, doing everything a man's supposed to do, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you think in a marriage, not a boyfriend girlfriend, in a committed marriage relationship, do you think sex is owed?
It's old.
I'm asking you, do you
Yeah.
think as the wife, sex should be you owe that to your husband for him doing everything he's doing?
I don't like the word old. It takes me back to slavery. So no. But I think sex is a part of marriage. And I think I spoke on this previously where, there's this trend going around where, some of these wives, they are so tired to deal with their husbands. I'm not married. I don't understand the issue with you not wanting to have sex with your husband. But I think in a sexless marriage, especially for an extended amount of time,
Hmm.
that's it. And it.
So you feel that sex is important?
It's extremely important. It's extremely important because if you're not sexing your husband, who is sexing him?
No, I agree. I agree. No, no, I was wondering because, but
But I don't think anybody should be forced to do anything that they don't want to do. But here's the thing. If that's the situation in your marriage, end it. Can we get a 24-hour emergency separation order, something that you can end it and not have this thing lingering for months and weeks and years
I agree. I agree. I
about
think
you not want to do? Just come out of that whole situation. What you holding on for?
I agree. I think yeah, I agree with you. I don't think you shouldn't force yourself. So you believe that a man in the marriage you could rape your wife?
Boy,
Big sigh.
it's a big sigh because I'm speaking from an unmarried woman. Even though I think sex is one of the major elements in a marriage, I understand that somebody forcing you to do anything is like me forcing you to eat and you throw up. Did I force you? Yes, you did. I wasn't hungry at the time and you forced me to eat. But I think that whole thing about marital rape, other things are surrounding that. Perhaps
Mm,
it's time to end the marriage when you get to things like you don't even want nobody touch you, man versus woman. Because there was a guy I talked to and he told me his wife raped him.
what? Well, in this community we don't believe that's possible.
Yeah, it was possible. He said he was telling me because I was asking him about his child. He's telling me, you know, I, he told me how it happened, and I was like, what? So that's why I'm saying for the person, if you don't want to be involved, get out. That still doesn't give the person, the other spouse, any right to restrain you but I think in such a situation like that, when you were sexually involved and you had that sexual connection, you no longer desire it, perhaps go separate ways. And that's not giving anybody the ticket or green light to say hold anyone down. I still think it's wrong. Because when that guy said his story, I was, I, me, I'm like, you should have gone to the police, and all of this and all that. But Hi,
Hey,
Dominica.
hey,
Hi.
Dominica.
I was very shocked when he said that had happened to him, that his wife held him down.
What did I
And I was
do?
like,
Hold on. His wife held them down.
by the door, he said, I don't know. I don't know. Because
Well,
I
you
know
know,
people listening to this. I know people be like, wife all of them, he had a baby. But I think sometimes it can happen like that with men too. But sometimes men say they wife.
in the Bahamas, men they feel that men can't get raped. They feel like women can't do certain things to men.
Mhm.
Usually, they only look at women. Women have been the victim, but I feel that. So you feel like men can be raped?
Yes. And I feel like, okay, before we even get to that point, you are no longer sexually attracted to her, right? So within a month time, at least get out of that house. This can be a long standing. You can't cohabitate for years if you don't want anybody to be intimate with you. Try to make a strong statement of that. I don't want you.
Dominique, let me just cue you in right quick. We're talking about can
Marital rape.
marital rape. Can a husband rape his wife? If a man is taking care of all the bills and doing all of the manly things that he's supposed to do, is it is the wife owe does the wife owe his husband her husband sex? Um, and lastly, Shawnee is speaking about women can rape men as well, but I was
What?
saying you don't even hear with that.
Why you pause so long to say that outright?
What the last
You
part?
take a pause.
I didn't hear the last part, Jonathan.
And the last part was Shawnee also said that someone's echoing. It's also said that um, women can rape men. Amen. You hear that?
You still can hear the echo?
No, not
No.
no more.
Okay, good.
The last piece was women can rape men, or is it? She was saying that she was counting an incident where her friend or someone she was talking to was saying his wife raped him by the door. He couldn't even get out of the room. He get gripped by the door. So the
No,
question is, so
women can be hot like that. So sometimes you
Listen, women be
tell.
hot like that. Trust me.
and if that's the big woman he gets sit on. He couldn't even
No,
move.
he didn't get it on, but he said that happened. He said he didn't. She just take it.
So we shouldn't even laugh. See, when it comes to men, we tend to laugh at that, but that's not funny. But go ahead, Dominic. That's we pretty much we catch you up to what was the last topic we were talking about. So what are your views on that?
On
Is
which
it
part?
in a marriage where a man is paying all the bills, when a husband is paying all the bills, taking care of the woman, she don't she may or may not work. She may work if she wants to. Is it owed? Does she owe her husband sex?
Um, this is my personal belief. I believe that when a man and a woman become one, everything is
Hmm.
open to each other. So if my husband comes home and he says he wants me, it's my duty as his wife to give him what he wants. But if it comes to a point where I say, baby, I don't feel like it tonight, no, it's no. I feel I should have that right to say, not tonight.
I agree with that.
And if it goes beyond that, then nigga, you're raping me because I
So
didn't tell you no.
what if it goes for every other like um? I've known people who haven't had sex with their significant other for a month. For
Can I?
every other, if she have or even him, I can't only put it on women because sometimes men don't be exactly attracted to their wife no more. But they're saying every night you come home, he's saying, "Hey, baby, whatever, whatever," and I tired, not tonight. You have excuse for a month.
A man tell you, not tonight.
No, 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 no. I'm saying you as his wife, for a month you've been denying him sex. What's does that change what you just said just now, or still no?
It still stands. It still stands because if I'm tired to the point where I can't give or I don't want to give my husband for a month, then that means that there's a breakdown in our marriage somewhere. There's some kind of breakdown, and we need to find out what the root of the problem is first.
But under no circumstances should he come and take the boy.
No, I don't think he should.
Now,
I have a 62-year-old lady that I know, and she's older. And she says her secret to marriage is she has sex every day.
No, I ain't doing that.
You believe in that too, Dominica?
No. Because if I work and you working, you know where I coming home to shake nothing every no.
I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. But she always tell me she have her hair. She said I put my feet behind my ears.
Oh Lord.
This woman is 60 plus, and I'm learning things. I'm like, what?
We need to bring the show.
I thought it slowed down. I thought it slowed down at a certain time.
No. I think so.
No, she says my hair still goes behind. I'm like, why? I
think for men it may decrease a little bit when they get older without the help of Viagra. And it may increase for women. Their sexual appetite.
Well, she told me, and I love listening to older women because sometimes they give a little bit of wisdom. It doesn't say that you need to agree with but it gives you an insight. Because honestly, I didn't think people in their 60s did anything. And every time she come telling me about her foot touching the ass, I say, what? And the thing about it is, she says her husband is the main driving force. But she said when she was younger, her mother always told her, just take a minute or two and get it over with.
That sounds like she ain't really. That sound like that. That sound like almost a chore. She ain't even.
That's how you made it sound when you said, "Oh, no, do you owe him sex?"
No, I don't know. Maybe you misunderstanding what I'm saying. I don't mean that I owe him sex.
No, not you. Jonathan said that.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan said.
No, because we're discussing something else where the man pays all the bills. You don't have to work if you don't want to work. You home, just probably with the kids or sending to school, and he's doing all that. You work if you want work. Do you think you owe him sex at the end of the day?
No.
He's taking care of all your bills. Do you think you owe your husband sex at the end of the day? He coming in the house stressed out and he want to shake something. Do you owe him sex in that situation?
I don't think I owe him it, but being a good wife, I should be there to comfort my husband.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what he come home for and he wants it, then yes, by all means. But also take into consideration, I may have had a rough day too. And that may not be something that I am into right now. Maybe later on tonight, maybe 2-3 o'clock in the morning, but not right now. And he has to be in a position to understand that as well.
All right. This is a question for my group, right? This is a question for my group. And I want you ladies to listen to it and give me your feedback. Because this person is a real life person. They sent this to me. He said, bro, I want to ask a question, please. Remove my name off this. So I'm dating this girl, and she has a son. This is my first time dating a woman with a child. Everything is cool so far, but just one thing. That gets to me. So when she asks me to do something for her, even if I don't want to do it sometimes I go my way and I still do it. One time she said she wanted me to take her somewhere, even though I just got home from work and I was tired as hell. I still dragged myself out of bed and took her. But on her side, or on the other hand, if I asked her to do something for me, she would say how she just got from work and she's too tired, blah, blah, blah. Right? And I accept that. But in the same moment, if her 13-year-old son asks her to go to the food store to buy cornflakes because he doesn't feel like eating the food that she cooked, the same tired woman who just told me she couldn't do anything but she was tired, the same woman would drag herself out of her bed and drive to the food store and for her son. I'm not watching anything, right? But not every time I ask you to do something or the smallest thing for me, you can't do it. But once your son asks you, you can jump up and go do it. it's kind of bothering me a little bit. I can't lie, but is it me who? But it's me who she runs to help her whenever she needs something. She comes to me. But my rationale is she is my woman, and I'm going to help her out. So I put her first in my life. But I'm seeing now in her life I'm dead last, and this is bothering me. Am I wrong for feeling like this?
Not at all.
I think he's wrong.
Why?
I think he's wrong because I sense well, one of the things he says is, I'm not watching anything. You're watching a lot because he had a whole account storybook to tell play by play. The second thing is he says she's first in my life. I hate to break it to him. Her son, his, and will always be first in his life, in her life.
Mm.
He's a boyfriend.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
boy.
He's a boyfriend. Boyfriend
So-
comes and goes.
So
So
you
And
give no value to what he's feeling.
huh?
You give no value to what he's feeling.
I give value, but what I'm saying is the natural order of a single mother.
Frank the boy who helped you out. The son come
Not
first.
not Frank, the boy who helped.
You hear what he said?
He
I
asked
heard what he's saying, but
for validation for his feelings. I
he
need
has some validation, but he needs to take the child. It's almost like he's competing with the child, like he's a little jealous of the child.
He has
You know, if she is not able to be there for him, minus the child situation, because the only person he needs to concentrate on is his girlfriend. And if she's not able to be there and support him, then end the relationship. Her child has nothing to do with the context of anything.
For me,
Go ahead,
it's a one-sided relationship.
So he needs to end it and goodbye.
Yeah, he needs to end it because that's not the person for him.
Because a lot of women were saying what Shawnee's saying, that why is he competing with the son?
Yeah.
He wrong for that,
Should not
whatever.
take the competition. But at the same time, she should make her boyfriend. Yeah, that's not husband, but she should. This the man who in her life who could potentially be one day her husband.
I
So
agree with
going
that. I
into
agree
this
with that.
relationship, yeah, your son is going to be the most important thing. You need to find a balance. You have to.
He is complaining about her going to the store for
No.
cornflakes.
You
No,
must
that's not what he's complaining about.
Somebody needs to balance here.
hold
Somebody
on.
needs to balance here, and it ain't the son, and it ain't the baby mama.
Shawnee,
He
listen to
is in competition of her affection
I
for,
think you missed,
with someone who came through her vagina.
I think
I-
you
He
missed the
is
point.
competing.
Yeah, so too.
He's
I think you missed the
competing
point.
with someone who slid through her vagina and she held from the first time he came. You can't compete with that, son.
You taking it emotionally now. Think rationally.
I'm not thinking emotionally. He can say to you, hey, my wife or my girlfriend does nothing for me to support me. I support her a million. You watching the cream and cornflakes, I ready to pack you up out my house because you watching too much petty things. And at the end of the day, this is my thing, what I always say. If I sit down and tell you a story of why I leave so and so,
saying-
doesn't
you're
make
saying
sense.
both
I
well
leave her
for-
because she buy cornflakes for her son and she
You
don't
see,
do
in
the stuff
board
for me.
well for men, it's almost like just telling men don't deal with a woman who a single mother, because if this is
So-
how.
Certain men can't deal with a single mother.
No, but
That
hold
is
on.
point blank, period.
But hold on, Dominic, jump in, because I agree with there should be a balance. You shouldn't be always putting the guy that you go to for help and assistance on the back burner. I don't think he's saying don't check for your son, but he's saying, listen, buddy, I hear too.
I date men who shoots. I gotta be like, hey, you remember me? Because they understand the single mother in terms of they put the child first. Sometimes I know he want this, da da da. And that whole capacity of competing with the child, that to me, I'm like, I have a Lifetime movie network scene in my mind right now. Get that psychopath at your house, girl.
He's doing. I think what he's doing is addressing the fact that his girlfriend finds time when she's even saying that she's tired. She finds that energy, that time to go to the store to get a cornflakes for her son. Come on now, and she's not giving that same energy, not even half of that energy to the man who's taking care of her.
That's the point. That's the dirty.
So he needs to leave. She's not interested in him. She's
Yes,
not interested in him.
relationship is undivided.
He
That's
needs to get a hint.
So so ladies, you agree that even if as a single mother or single father, you should, if when you're dealing with someone else who's not the child's father, you should try to strike a balance in terms of spending time.
There should be a balance.
It's gonna be on imbalance on this end. It's gonna be imbalance on this end. My priority is my son. There's no competing with that. There's no I don't know what balance you want, and I treat the two
So
differently.
you're saying that if you're dating somebody and this man is doing everything that he needs emotionally, financially, spiritually, he has all that covered. You're telling me that your child.
He put you first. He put you first when you need it.
Me and his relationship have nothing to do with my child. What I'm telling you is there's no correlation. There's no correlation in my relationship with my man and my relationship with my child. That's apples and oranges. What I'm saying is, if a man needs me, I'm going to be there for the man just as much as he is there for me. My child has nothing to do with this context. That's what I'm saying.
Dominica, we couldn't hear you. What you were saying?
No, she made herself clear.
No, but I'm saying, there is a conflict. It's obvious based on this. What he's saying, there is a conflict. He wouldn't bring it up if it was.
I don't think the conflict is with the child.
It isn't the child. It's
the
energy.
He's using that as an illustration. Let's replace the child with
work
friends.
or something else or something else.
Suppose she was a mother that used to go out a lot, give priority to her friends versus her man. How would you feel then?
That's why I said the woman is not into him and he needs to find somebody else.
I'm just asking that broad question.
Yeah, she's not into him. If she was into him, she would make the effort that he makes for her. Regardless of going for conflicts, this and that, she is not into him and he's not getting the point. He needs to find somebody that can be into him as much as he is into them. And that's not happening here.
Right. Looking at the time, my daughter just looked at me saying, "So we have to go." But listen, as all of us as parents, if you have a 14-year-old, say 15-year-old son or daughter, I don't know, it may be differ if it's a male or female, but I don't think it should differ. If you have a 15-year-old son or 15-year-old daughter, and you have a gentleman who is 24 who wants to date her, or just say he was 20 or 19 who wants to date her, do you think that's a bit inappropriate at 15? Or as a parent, would you allow that?
No.
Shawnee, would you allow that?
The daughter is how old?
She's 15 and the gentleman is like 20 or 24.
Okay. I gave my definition earlier on that there are two people in this world. There are children and adults. They all have to act appropriately. 15-year-old is how old? That fall in what category?
Depending on what kind of parent, that could be an adult.
That 15-year-old is a child.
It's still a child.
That's a child.
So would it make a difference if she is 16? Because they're no longer viewed as a child legally.
18 and younger for me is a child.
Yes, they're still a child. They can't even go inside a bar and drink.
So some parents would say they don't see nothing wrong with that because it's in the confines of our home. If they talk to a guy.
What? And these kids have ways of doing things. So no, it ain't gonna never happen. I have a 25-year-old daughter who can't bring her boyfriend in my home and go in bedroom. No, it ain't gonna happen.
Some would say it'll be safer to go in the bedroom by your house opposed to these little roach motels. Not saying, but they'll be more safe.
No, we ain't gonna be grinding under the same roof. I don't know if I can say that, but we ain't gonna be doing that under the same roof.
All right. I know, Shawnee, what'd you say about that?
I have a preteen. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Any of that.
And lastly, we're in the era of would you approve of your son or daughter getting, say she's 16, getting a tongue piercing, nipple piercing, belly piercing as a parent? If they come to you, mommy, whatever, whatever, can or my friends doing it, can I have a nipple piercing? Whatever, these popular person as a parent who trying to be open minded and be hip, would you be cool with that? She's 15. 15. 15.
Like I tell my 16-year-old, you can't do nothing I never used to do at your age.
So if you was, so you said if you was cutting in your age, she could do it?
Yeah.
Cool.
But unfortunately, I had strict parents.
Well, fortunately,
Unfortunately, I had strict parents and I was unable to do any of those things. So if I was not able to do those things, you ain't gonna do it either. Simple.
go ahead, Shawnee.
I think you
If
know.
your son come to you, saying he want to get his tongue pierced or nipple pierced or whatever, how are we looking?
I know. On his 18th birthday, he gonna get it done. Because his head's strong like mine, so I know he going to get it done.
That's fine.
And that and
16.
that's what's gonna have to happen. It's gonna be a no for me. But just because it's a no for me doesn't stop the train. He's gonna do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, at a certain age. At a certain age.
Yeah,
So
I
hold
just
on.
think as the parent, I sort of guide. But these rules are not forever. The child turns 18 and does whatever they want to do, and I'm living proof of that.
So
As strict as you may be, whatever we
so,
want to do, once we get breakthrough, that's what we're going to do.
As
so what,
parents, we have to set the standard. We
Mhm.
know that they will not always follow it, but we have to set that standard.
I agree. No, I agree. I agree. Because a lot of parents trying to be best friends and stuff, and sometimes that could be more of a bad thing than a good thing.
Yeah.
And my last topic is my last uh, uh, um it's I guess that goes back to tattooing because these are some of the things young children want to do now, tattooing, piercing. So I guess that's the same answer then. If they're 15, 16, if they want a tattoo, but they want a tattoo with your mommy, I want to get a tattoo with mommy with your name on me. That's
Listen, I know
you.
it. I know it coming. I know it coming. But
At
and it's
18,
so much pressure here.
at 18 they could get it. They could do
Yeah.
At
anything.
18.
Yeah. 18.
Ain't nothing.
My
Okay.
daughter got her first tattoo at 21.
Mm.
I think I had my first present at 16.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
see
got mine after a bad breakup. I got my first one. I think I was about 21 at that time.
you're a rebel.
Yeah,
Okay,
everything at 21.
21. But
Before
listen,
you go, you have a let's say you have a girlfriend now. She mad because you're going to drop your daughter, but you didn't drop her to the mall. How would you respond to that? What is your answer to that? She don't
hold
feel
on.
the same energy. She
No,
don't
no,
feel the
no.
same energy.
That's the difference. I hold on. You gotta add context in what you're saying. I didn't drop it to the mall because I was working. If I was working or if I was at work, I couldn't
Because
drop
you
it.
were tired.
Um, that depends though. I mean, if I was tired, I think I still would. Most men usually still try to do for their significant other. It's the women who's feeling like cats. Men are when it comes to, I don't know if you want to have a puppy or a dog. Dogs tend to be more accommodating to their masters or whatever. Women are like cats. Y'all suckers is, buddy, y'all cater to me and I'll cater to y'all when I'm ready. But most men would try to cater to their woman. So even if I'm tired, I'll still get up and try to drop her behind to the mall. Now you ain't hanging up in the mall, but I think, but if I didn't do it, I had to be really tired. But if my daughter called me, or if there's something that I got to do right now for my daughter, something that I have to do, I got to do it. So if she can understand that, she can kick rocks.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
That's
Hey,
what I was
listen,
saying. Amen.
listen. Next week Thursday, I want you two ladies, if you could. It's just
So
that this.
with Thursdays is my daughter. She's in
Oh,
the All Stars band, and they have practice on Thursdays. And I
Oh.
picked her up at 8. That's why I was late coming to the podcast tonight.
So let me ask you, because Terry says, well, what's a better day for you guys?
I'm free on Wednesday and Fridays.
You know my schedule changed. Dominica, did you see the clip of Piranha season?
Oh yes, I did.
What was your thought before we go? What was your thought on it?
Some things I feel, some things you should not mix up with the church.
Mm,
But then again, you have to remember she is still a woman.
Yeah.
There are
But
some things
yeah.
you should not cloudy with the church, because Bahamians are a set of judgmental people. And
mhm.
even if you come in from one point, they can take that to another point, and yeah, just to say clear and free,
You know what?
you should
We
make
had a male pastor one time who promoted gambling at Island Luck, and for some reason, Bahamian people they carry woman hand.
they do.
They carry the man stand up and say gamble, gamble.
Hold
The
on,
pastor.
trust me, I say he got beaten too. He got beaten as well. But like I was telling her, Dominica, I was saying that there's nothing wrong that Christians or church folk could talk about real world issues. But I think the delivery, like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't watch a snippet. The delivery could be different. Now, talking about how the motor do and how she says something how motor could do.
The thing with that is people are already judging her by the way she carry herself, the way she
That
dressed.
exactly. That's what I said.
In my opinion, a lot, and in a lot of people's opinion as well, she's very worldly. And so when they look at that, they already judging her. You understand?
Yeah.
But the way I look at it, she's still a woman.
Yeah,
And
but
if
like,
I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, but you piss me off, I could cuss you out.
yeah, but she wasn't pissed off. Like I was
No,
telling you,
I'm just telling you, I'm still human. I am still human. And I don't see anything wrong with me as a Christian sitting around and telling you my piranha biting.
yeah, hold on. In what context though? Like I said to Shawnee,
Whatever context she was meaning.
no, what I said to Shawnee is if I could say y'all niggas got to do better, or I can say y'all young black men can do better. I was telling us the same. It's the same message, but it's the delivery was somewhat
Yeah.
right. So
But
go ahead.
and sorry, before we talk, because you were talking about judgment, about how worldly some people are. Let's not forget this is the Bahamas, where people seem and appear very Christian-like, and we know all the things would go on in their bedroom, and they have it from head to toe. They look like the angel or the heaven.
Yes.
So let's not forget that too, because you could look a certain way, but that don't mean nothing.
But I
Nothing to the
think that's
character.
she
I don't
got
think
so
that's
much backlash. I believe that's personally why I believe she got so much backlash, because people are already judging her. They are
no, but
already looking at her a certain way.
no, but
A Christian
also
woman should not
hold
have a
on,
piranha.
no, hold
I
on, no,
guess they should have a
hold on,
they should have a grouper. I don't know, a
No,
musty
it
eagle.
should
I don't know. I don't know what they should have.
supposed to be a
Let's
temple.
let's be honest about this. Hold on, let's be honest about this.
Go in
We
and pray. That's it.
in the Bahamas, we tend to put Christians on a pedestal, or
We do.
and it's wrong. It shouldn't put them on a pedestal because they are only humans. Just like how people put pastors and persons or Christian folks. So when someone say they're Christian, we tend to hold them to a high standard. So that's why she's getting so much backlash. It's not just like if you say he's a politician or a teacher. Even back in the day, when we say he's a teacher, we used to hold a teacher to high standard. Don't even think of there's persons like back in primary school and even in the early high school. When I first time I saw my teacher smoking, I say, "What the frick?" Teachers doesn't smoke because to me, we looked at them as a teacher, or we looked at them as a pastor. We look as a Christian. Christians supposed to do certain things. It's just that when you hold a title or ambassador as a Christian, people view you differently. If you was just normal like everybody else, they don't care. They'll say,
Standard.
Who's
and
the teacher was smoking?
no, that showed me I'm a little traumatized. But I
Was
didn't
she
look
smoking though?
at I didn't look at my teacher as a normal person because you look at them as you understand what I'm trying to say.
But I personally feel like everybody got to answer for themselves.
I agree.
For themselves. I don't care what you look at me and you see. I don't have to answer to you.
No, I agree. But I'm just saying this is why people judge.
I understand. Yeah.
And that's when Shawnee was saying the Bahamas is judgmental. All across the world, when it comes, no, but I'm saying all across the world, people who are Christians, or when you say you're a certain thing, the highest standard, they feel that once you say you're Christian, you're in a human no more. You're not a Jews like that no more. You're a Jews.
Yeah. Why are you talking about sex as a Christian? Why that like that's the, I know the Christian man could appreciate the Christian piranha now. No, the Lord will bless them with that Christian piranha. If a piranha get on them, they will thank the Lord up above for the blessings that He bestowed.
I guess because you're an ambassador for Christ, you're supposed to act a certain way because you're earthly. I'm just saying that's when you're a Christian.
Even the relationship you have with Christ, like how do you talk to God? Because I be telling Him what happening down here. You know.
I agree, but that's your private situation. You don't bring that to the world of social media because you bring that to social media. If you want even right now, people can be judging how we talk, and we just having a conversation. I'm simply saying, once you bring that to the world, you will get judged, buddy. If you don't want no one judge you, stay in your host and don't never come to the host. Stay in your host.
Things you should not discuss in the public arena.
So if she talking about piranha, that's fine. Her delivery, she should clean it up or judge the room. Know who you talking to, who your crowd is, because, buddy.
I want to know, she had the right crowd because now you tell me what she do with a mouth. Now I going back to rewind to see if I can learn some stuff. You see, this is Bible study. This is Bible study today.
Dominic, you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
I'm going to have my highlighter. And I'm going to pull up the tape, record, rewind. I'm going to pull it up.
Anyway, like I said, there's nothing wrong with Christians. I think more Christians need to discuss real world issues. And I think that's why a lot of young people, they turn off from the church because they feel like they can't relate to Christians because saying, oh, you don't know what I'm going through. You always talk about holy and thou shouldest do. If sometimes you break it down and talk to them direct, they'll say, okay, I can see.
They'll understand better.
Right, but sometimes you still got to temper or judge who you're talking to. That piranha talk, she's kind of like, I don't know. I got to watch it again. I watched the whole thing, but the little piece I watched, I said, this girl's a beast.
You want the Lord to bless you. Piranha in them season, piranha. You ain't work for them blessings yet.
I don't even think I want a piranha. I might want a grouper. I don't think I want piranha.
It's like a fish.
Anyhow, this is the days I gotta go. With that being said, thank you for joining us. We can try to. I would love to see you guys again. I don't know. We may have to change the date.
That'd be great.
To accommodate Dominica or whatever. Because Thursdays be crazy for True, but every day is be crazy for me. But with that being said, Dominica, Shawnee, thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
You guys have a nice night.
All right.